Hey everyone, welcome back. So with so many different skincare launches in 2020, I feel like my expectations for what makes a good skincare product and brand have gone way up. I want my skincare to do it all. I want it to be affordable, I want it to be effective, and I really want brands to care about sustainability as well. So does Kinship tick all of these boxes? Let's find out. All right, let's just jump into it. So did you know that 95% of plastic packaging is actually used only once? Yeah, pretty bad. So Kinship is trying to change that. They're trying to tackle the problem by using ocean waste plastic instead of new plastic, and they're trying to reduce the amount of plastic they use in the first place so less of it ends up in the ocean. I think that's really cool. Kinship is really setting an example for what I think all brands should be doing when it comes to their packaging. And the price point is pretty good too. But what I want to know is it actually effective? I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you guys for this review because I really wanna push brands to do better. So I bought all of these products that I'm going to review with my own money, and Kinship wasn't involved at all. I don't want brands to get a pass just because they're sustainable. It has to be effective as well, because if it's not effective, you're not gonna end up using it and you're gonna end up throwing it away, which then obviously defeats the whole purpose of having sustainable packaging in the first place. So I heard a lot about their sunscreen, and this was the product I initially really wanted to try. But then of course I get to check out and it's $40 to qualify for free shipping. So I kind of started to dig into a bunch of their other products as well, and they all kind of looked really great. So I ended up buying the whole This Is Everything 5-piece set plus their mint mud mask. But that means I get to do a review of their entire product line for you guys today. You know what shocked me? The price tag for all 6 products, including their mask, was only $113, including shipping. And that really isn't bad for 6 products that are clean, cruelty-free, and have sustainable packaging. They have a 30-day guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can always just return it. So this is the box that it came in. So you can see the cleanser, the exfoliating pads, and the moisturizer. There's no inner box for them, which is great because it reduces the amount of packaging there is. For the sunscreen and the pimple potion, they come with inner boxes because the FDA actually requires them. I really like that they've taken an effort to reduce the amount of packaging there is in the first place. Functionally, it's really great too, because you can see the steps printed on them so you know what order to apply the products in. And because the products just slot into this little slot, they don't need to use any bubble wrap or plastic tape. So I think that's really smart, and I think that literally all brands should do this. So with that said, let's take a closer look at each of the products. Okay, so let's start with the sunscreen. This is their flagship product. This is what they're known for. And I have to say, it's pretty good. Like all of their products, this is cruelty-free and it's vegan as well. So this is a mineral sunscreen with 22.4% non-nano zinc oxide. Because they've chosen to use a non-nano zinc oxide, I think that totally goes with their sustainable brand image because that makes it reef safe. That means when you're swimming in the ocean, your sunscreen is not going to negatively impact the reefs. By the way, if you're worried about whether your sunscreen is reef safe or not, chemical filters like oxybenzones definitely aren't reef safe. And mineral sunscreens with titanium dioxide and zinc oxide that has been nanotized or micro-sized are also not reef safe. But Kinship uses a non-nano zinc oxide, so it is reef safe. So let's talk about some of the other ingredients in here. So it's got their Kinbiome probiotic mix, which is really great for skin barrier repair and support. Plus it's got turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory, and it's really great for smoothing out your skin as well. So overall, I think this is a pretty great ingredient mix, especially if you're experiencing some inflammation. So the smell is a bit like chocolatey chalk. So Kinship says they don't use any synthetic fragrances, and honestly, it's not too overpowering. It's just, I notice it because I don't usually like to have fragrances in my products, but you kind of get used to it and it's like not really that strong, and I've kind of grown to really like it in a weird way. Okay, so how does it apply? So I think it goes on pretty smoothly and it's decently lightweight, but it has like a slightly stickier texture, so I probably wouldn't want to use it under a lot of makeup. And the finish that it gives you is kind of like a nice glowy sheen. It's not like a really like highlighted full moment, but it does give you like a really nice, subtle and like natural looking sheen, which is really, really nice. Okay, since it's a mineral sunscreen, you're probably wondering, does it have a white cast? Okay, so I guess the best I can do is show you on my arm. I would say that I'm like about a medium skin tone on my arm, especially since I'm pretty tanned right now. So let's just quickly try this. So I think it blended in pretty well. I think it passes the white cast test, at least for my skin. So if you're a guy, another one of the issues with mineral sunscreens that you might be wondering about right now is, does it blend well into your facial hair? Obviously, I can't really show you, but I would say if you are someone who is really into keeping that stubble, beard, or mustache really, really perfect and flawless looking, I don't think that any non-nanotized mineral sunscreen is really gonna blend in that well for you. This one does blend in, but you just have to spend a little bit more time with it, and if you're gonna reapply, just make sure you're close to a mirror so you can check yourself. So as for value, I think it's a pretty good price at $25 for 50 grams of product. A little bit goes a long way, and I love that they really didn't overprice this product, because I think that they could have gotten away with pricing it way higher considering it's clean, it's sustainable, vegan, and cruelty-free. Okay, so let's dig into the cleanser next. So can we have a moment for how cute this packaging is? I love the color of it. And I love that there's little icons that kind of highlight what ingredients are in this product. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's really cute. Also, the packaging is fully recyclable. They even have a empties recycling program where you can recycle the pumps. So I also like that it's a little bit quirky. The name is really cute. It's called Naked Papaya. And also another quirk about this product that makes it a little bit more fun is that it smells like tropical Skittles. So it's got a really creamy texture, kind of like yogurt. So it's called the Gentle Enzyme Face Cleanser because it is really gentle. So the surfactant they use is called decyl glucoside, which makes this sulfate-free and really gentle. By the way, you should check out my video on cleansers if you want to catch up on what a surfactant is. One of the ingredients that's really great in here is papaya extract, which is a natural exfoliant. They also use jojoba oil in this cleanser, which is really great because it's kind of luxurious feeling, and it's actually really similar oil to the natural oils in our skin. But it also means that this is not an oil-free cleanser, so if you have really oily skin, then this might be a little too hydrating for you. And of course, they also have their Kin Biome probiotic mix in here as well. And that's great for your skin barrier, so love that. And as for value, this is $22 for 149 grams, which is pretty great because a little bit really goes a long way. I only really need one pump to cover my whole face. If you're looking for a gentle cleanser that's pretty hydrating as well, this is really great. There really aren't that many cleansers out there using decyl glucoside as a surfactant at this price point. Okay, so now moving on to the Kinship Insta Swipe Lemon Honey AHA pads. So because they have honey in it, this is the only product in the whole collection that isn't vegan. So these pads, honestly, it's one of my favorites in this collection, and I really think that they're underrated. I really love that there's a blend of 2 different AHAs with different molecular sizes in this product. So it has both glycolic acid and malic acid. You probably already know a lot about glycolic acids, especially if you've been watching my videos on hyperpigmentation. So let's talk about malic acid. Malic acid is also an AHA, and it's naturally found in some fruit like apples and pears. like other AHAs, it exfoliates off the top layers of your skin, so it smooths texture, fades discoloration, and helps unclog your pores. So it's a humectant as well. That means it attracts moisture and traps it into the skin, making it really hydrating too. And the difference with other AHAs is that it's got a bigger molecular size than glycolic acid or lactic acid, so it doesn't penetrate as deep for the exfoliation, making it much gentler. So I reached out to Kinship for the percentage of the glycolic acid and malic acid in the formulation, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. When they do, I'll make sure to add that into the description box below so you guys can see what it is. So some other interesting ingredients in here, they highlight the lemon extract and manuka honey extract, and that's the reason why there's kind of like a lemon honey kind of smell to it. But they also have willow bark extract and pineapple extract, which makes it really great for brightening and exfoliating as well. And now let's move on to the packaging. So this packaging is actually half ocean waste plastic. It's really cool because Kinship actually shows you where the plastic comes from. So in this case, it comes from the shores of Indonesia. And the other half is recycled plastic, so no new plastic was used in making this. So that's pretty good already, but Kinship also has a goal to make 100% of all of their packaging made with ocean waste plastic. So another thing I really love is that the pads are made from cellulose, which is what gives plants their structure, and that makes these pads biodegradable. So I love that. As for the value, it's not as cheap as the ordinary 7% glycolic acid toning solution at $24 for 45 pads, but you get both glycolic acid and malic acid in the formulation, plus the pads are biodegradable, it's really easy to use, and you're helping out encourage the cleanup of the shores in Indonesia from ocean waste plastic. So I think all of that being said, I think it's really not that expensive considering what you're actually getting. Okay, so moving on to the Kinship Supermello Hydrating Gel Cream. So this is their moisturizer, and oh my god, it smells exactly like marshmallows. If you don't like fragrances, it's gonna be way too strong for you. So for me, I really don't like products with fragrances normally, but it's kind of fun going to bed smelling like a s'more. And honestly, the smell has really grown on me because it's so fun. Okay, but let's look to see if it's actually effective by looking at what's inside. So it's pretty hydrating with mango seed butter, coconut oil, and squalene in it, but it still feels really light like a gel cream. But I think because there's mango butter in it, it does sometimes feel a little on the heavier side for me personally. I do like that it gives me a really nice dewy finish though, so I'll definitely be using this way more in the winter when my skin gets a little bit drier. So if you like the Laneige sleeping packs, I think you'd really like this one as well because the texture is similar and also it's got like that happy smell to it. So another interesting ingredient in here is marshmallow root extract. I haven't really seen that many products using marshmallow root extract, but it's hydrating, it's an antioxidant, and it's anti-inflammatory as well. So that's really cool. And of course, as with all their products, they also have their Kinbiome probiotic in here as well. So as for the packaging, this product is also made with half ocean waste plastic and half recycled plastic. So no new plastic was used to make this, which is really awesome. And it comes in a jar. So if you're a big Paula's Choice fan, then you probably won't like that. But I personally don't think it's that big of a problem because there's not that many ingredients in here that are sensitive to air and light. Like there's no vitamin C or retinol in this. Plus, most products these days are formulated with rigorous preservative testing, so as long as you're using this with clean, dry hands, you should be totally fine. And I actually think that one of the good things about using a jar is that you can get all of the product out of the package, so you're not wasting anything, which makes it a little bit more sustainable. So as for the price, this guy is $24 for 50 grams, and I honestly think that it's a pretty good value for money because you're getting a really hydrating moisturizer, but yet it feels super lightweight. So that's pretty innovative. And if you're looking for a hydrating moisturizer, I think this is a really good one. Okay, so the Pimple Potion is a retinol and salicylic acid acne treatment, and this is awesome as a spot treatment. So I used this on a couple pimples. I had one on my chin and one on my nose, and it cleared it up in 2 days, which is pretty awesome. So it's got a mix of retinol with an A and salicylic acid, which makes it really, really great for clearing up that acne, but also clearing up the discoloration afterwards as well. Salicylic acid works by dissolving the dead skin cells that blocks the pores and causes acne. And retinol with an A is a derivative of retinol with an O that works faster to reduce the size of your pimples and is an anti-inflammatory as well. So again, I use this as a spot treatment, and a little bit goes a long way with this. If you have a bigger area to cover, I think other products would probably be better. For me, I would rather use my Curology for that. But if you've got a couple pimples here and there, I think this is much better than an acne patch because this just disappears, whereas I find that sometimes those fall off. And I really like the silky consistency of this product. So I've also seen in some reviews that some people think it smells. To me, I think it smells fine. Like sometimes when you have it on, you get like an occasional whiff of this kind of like medicine-y, herbally smell, but it hasn't really bothered me that much. So overall, I think it's a really good mix of actives for only $19, but it is a very small tube. As you can see, it's only 15 grams. So I think it's good if you use it for spot treatments only, because if you need to cover up like a much bigger part of your face, then this is gonna get used up really, really quick. So I really wouldn't buy it for that. But honestly, I think this is a really, really unique product, and I love that it includes retinol with an A, especially at this price compared to other products like the Medicate and the Allies of Skin mask. So last but not least, we've got the Kinship Mint Mud Deep Pore Detox Mask. Okay, so let's talk about the good news first. The good news is that it really helped to reduce the size of my pores. And it does that because it has lactic acid in it, which helps to exfoliate and clear out those clogged pores. And it also has jojoba beads for gentle physical exfoliation. And it has 2 types of clay, which also help to clear out those pores and balance out your oil. I also like that it's not too stripping because it has moringa oil, which is a really nutrient-dense oil that helps to soften your skin. Overall, I really love that after I use this, my skin feels really, really smooth and like I've gotten a really deep, satisfying clean. And it's also vegan, which is great because it's really, really hard to find formulations with lactic acid that are also vegan. Okay, so now the bad news. I really don't like that they included menthol in the formulation because it really, really stings. I feel like I'm just really sensitive to menthol, so I have to kind of apply this in really thin layers and only to my T-zone areas because otherwise it's just way too strong for me and it just stings a little bit too much. It does go away after it dries, but still, why is menthol in there? So annoying. Anyway, okay, so moving on. Maybe menthol doesn't really bother you as much as it bothers me. The packaging is again made with half ocean waste plastic and half recycled plastic, so no new plastic was used to make the packaging. And again, love that. And as for the price, it's $23 for 57 grams. So that's pretty decent for all of the ingredients in this product, especially for that vegan lactic acid in here. And it'll last you a while if you're only applying it on your T-zone like I am. You can also buy a really cute little silicone spatula to go along with this, but I didn't like that the handle is so short and small, so I didn't end up buying it in the end. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of the 6 different products from Kinship, what are my final thoughts? So for the sunscreen, I really love this sunscreen. If you're really passionate about sustainability, want to support the brand, and you don't wear a lot of makeup, then this is a really, really great sunscreen. As for the Naked Papaya Cleanser, if you're looking for a gentle vegan cleanser and you don't mind the tropical Starburst smoothie smell, then this is a really, really great cleanser. Now for the Insta Swipe AHA pads. If you like exfoliating toners, but you want something that's a little bit easier to use and you don't want to feel bad about throwing away those cotton pads, then this is a really great product for you. So as for the pimple potion, if you're using acne patches or if you have just a few pimples or a little bit of discoloration left over, then this is really, really great to use as a spot treatment. Like I said, I mean, I really can't complain because it really helped to clear up my pimples in 2 days. Moving on to the Supermello Hydrating Gel Cream, their moisturizer. I would say if you really, really love the smell of marshmallows and you don't have oily skin or even combo skin like me, because this is a little bit too heavy for me, then this would be great for you. And last but not least, the Mint Mud Mask. I would say this is more of like a fun product to use. It definitely did reduce the size of my pores, but I think the menthol is just a little bit too strong for me to really wholeheartedly recommend it to you. All in all, as you can tell, I really, really love the brand. I really love the sustainable aspect of the company, and I'm really happy with most of their products. It's clean, sustainable, mostly vegan, gentle, and like most of all, it's so fun. Their Naked Papaya smells like a tropical fruit smoothie. And their moisturizer smells like you're on a camping trip making some s'mores. I think they have really, really innovative formulations as well. So overall, I'm really impressed, Kinship. You did really well. I do wish that they used a little bit less of the fragrance because I know it can be really sensitizing for some of you guys, and no menthol. But what do you guys think? Have you tried any of the Kinship products? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, so thanks for watching. Give your girl a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more informative skincare videos like this one. See you next time.